Hey everybody, and welcome to this episode of Romantasy Roundtable, a tale of Rick and Roses. I am Rick, and I'm joined with my roses.
Amanda.
And Kim.
And
for those of us watching on YouTube, my dog Cedric.
Hi, Cedric.
Hi, Cedric. And if you are ever so willing, we would always appreciate it if you consider liking this video. We would really extra appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel wherever you're listening to. It really helps us out. And we have some social medias. We have our Bookstagram. We have our book talk, all at Romantasy Roundtable. We have theoretically an email that we did get one email from this week. That person
we did.
Yeah, her name is Kim. She was checking to see if it was working. That's romantasyroundtable@gmail.com. Please use it. Please surprise me, because I was surprised when I saw that and then saw Kim's name. How's everybody doing?
Doing okay. Got through painting half of my nails. Didn't get to do the other hand. That's my update.
As usual, if you're watching, I have my coffee. However, there we go. I do have something else with me today, because I didn't realize the time we were recording. To lean into my newfound heritage, got a bagel.
You have an untoasted plain bagel with like half a tablespoon of cream cheese.
And that one does look like a Walmart bagel. And
this is not a Walmart bagel. This is from some bagel store. It is toasted. It's got cream cheese in it, but this is the real star right here. This was the one that I wanted. Come on, lady. Got my egg white and cheese sandwich on the bagel. Because, why, Amanda?
Rick read a singular Jewish rom-com and believes that it is an instruction manual for how to be Jewish.
Thank you.
Tell us about what you read.
I'll tell you a little sneak peek. We'll circle back at the end. I read 8 Nights to Win Her Heart. It is a rom-com about being Jewish and lays down everything that you need to know about Judaism.
Can you give us a couple examples of things you know about Judaism?
There's a dreidel, and on this dreidel, there's a side called a gimel.
What does that one do?
That means you win it all.
Mm-hmm.
There is a shin. I think that means you put something in, 2 in. There is a nun. That means you get nothing. And that's it.
There's a 4th one.
There's not a 4th one. There are only 3 sides to a dreidel. You like candles. Sometimes
all the time, or just during Hanukkah?
Just during Hanukkah.
There's no other time you light candles?
Oh wait, every Friday. Okay. Every Friday.
And every holiday, but that's a good job.
Because they did talk about that in the book. My dog is yelling at another dog outside right now. What else? Oh, sometimes the Hanukkah candle can be teal. Because it matches the color scheme of her apartment.
What color is teal?
That's light blue.
Mixed with what?
Lighter blue.
Rick famously doesn't know colors.
I don't. I really don't.
It's color blue and green together.
I believe you. My color spectrum is the base color and then light or dark. And that's it.
And if it's the base color, it's regular.
It's regular. Regular color. And then it's light, really light, very light, dark, darkest.
What about neon? Is that an option? Bright.
This is all you need to know.
And what I learned about Judaism from Rick reading this book is that unless your dad is named Glenn or Dave, you can't be a Jew. Apparently.
Yeah, you are Jewish. If you are a Jewish dad, your name is Glenn or Dave.
So your name can be Dave,
or
and
Glenn.
You cannot, okay, hold on. I only know Dave's.
Okay.
So you can be named Dave and not be a Jewish dad, but if you are a Jewish dad, you must either be named Glenn or Dave.
Correct. And own an antique refurbishing furniture store.
So Kim actually raised a different question, though. If your dad is not named Glenn or Dave, can you be Jewish?
Oh, that's like a paradox.
Hmm.
Well, yes, probably, because as we all famously know, Judaism comes from the mom.
Okay, well, Judaism comes from if your soul was at Sinai, but sure.
What if your name is Kingfisher?
And then it's not.
And then it's not.
All right, talk to us so I can eat my bagel.
All right, folks, we are here to finish talking about Brimstone, chapters 40 until the end, which is chapter 52. We read the book. We finished the book. We have feelings about the book. Shall we get into it?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 40, Judgment. Tal's plan detonates as Malcolm's blood curse activates across the blood court. Oh, we stopped at a crazy part.
Oh, we sure did.
Right.
We stopped.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go. I'm eating.
I feel like everything about this book is, we can say, like, for all of our episodes, for all of our segments that we read, and then when we get to the end of the book, we can say we stopped at a crazy part.
Correct.
So,
This book is crazy.
but yes, but they are in the ball, Rick's favorite. They're having a ball at
Rick
the
loves
ball.
balls.
Loves balls.
And Tal basically poisoned all of the high vampires. And either they are going to die or they're going to take an antidote that turns them back to being Fae.
And then they would have to face the consequences of, like, they'd have a conscience again, and they would face the consequences of all the terrible things that they did as vampires. So Tal's plan detonates as Malcolm's blood curse activates across the blood court, slaughtering most high bloods while a fraction survive by taking the antidote and reverting to Fae, leaving Amantreath drowned in blood. Foley forces Tal to drink the antidote, revealing Tal never meant to survive his own spell, and it's exposed that Ishabile used her lethal blood to power the magic, knowingly risking Saeris and Fisher to destroy the vampires. Tal's witch mark ignites, threatening to open a demon gate as his body burns from the inside out. At the last possible second, Saeris slams her hand into his chest and breaks the spell itself, extinguishing the flames and preventing hell from literally opening, because of course she does. This is where you realize Saeris is built different, and also where I start pacing. I, in this instance, is my ChatGPT, whose name is Sage.
Yeah,
Sage has some real feels about the book again.
Yeah, Sage has a lot of feels when she's giving me plot summaries, but then she doesn't put them in the summaries. So when she copied and pasted them all together, I asked her to throw a few back in, and so that's where these came from.
Did you do this morning?
Yeah.
Also might be because ChatGPT 5.2 is out. The Disney version.
I've never known what ChatGPT I'm using. Oh, so I can make Disney characters on ChatGPT now.
Probably not yet.
There's probably rules about what they can do, though.
Yeah, I mean they just invested like 2 days ago, so it's probably.
But like, I could theoretically have like, who has dark hair, like Snow White as a vampire.
Yeah.
Undoing a witch mark.
Yeah. We should play with it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is crazy. At this point, I was like, oh my god, is Tal bad? Like, is he killing everybody? And then
Tal good, Tal bad. We don't know.
Yeah, he's a really good like that famous Taylor Swift song, Anti-Hero. He's pretty morally gray.
Guys, happy birthday, Taylor Swift.
Happy birthday.
Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor Swift's birthday. It's December 13th. Taylor Swift is 36 today. Double high. Good luck. That's all.
Someone talk. I'm eating.
Okay. I have a couple notes. Carrion comes out in this chapter with his plant. The plant, bless you. The plant is back. We're going to talk more about the plant in the next chapter, but the plant is back. I also, my other notes for this chapter say the demon realm ? Because I was like, I'm like, why are we talking about this? Is that the same place we go to later?
I think so.
Okay, then I'm fine with it. I also wrote okay ? Because at the end I was like, I don't know, man. She has too many powers. But again, I feel better about that later. But in this chapter, I was not on board. I was like, Callie, you're doing too much.
Also, she keeps like referencing all this stuff with the witches. I'm like fixated on the witches. But we're getting like so little of it. And so now we had this like really intricate witch mark that whatever her name is.
Ishabile.
Ishabile, thank you.
I really like saying it. It's fun to say.
Ishabile. But she created Fortall, Ontall. And we learned that she is lied to the witches about like what she was doing and why, and she can't go back to them because that's gonna get her like exiled from the witch clan. So there's all this like reference of like witch politics and drama and all these sorts of things, but we're like still not getting any witches.
My theory is she's gonna write like a book 1.5 witch novella. That's my theory, is that she's setting us up for that.
I don't think so. I think that they'll probably come in the next book. Because I've read another series where they talk about witches throughout the entire series and they don't show up till the end. So, and that was fine.
Are they Jewish? Watch yourself. This is a trick question.
I don't have to answer that question as a Jew.
There's a long history of witch caricatures in literature and film being anti-Semitic. That's all I have to say about that.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Without like
Think
you being
about
mean
their
to me.
noses.
I was about to say that. I didn't want to say it, but I was going to ask the question.
Yeah, it's like mostly Roald Dahl, but like lots of other people too, and like the Pied Piper, and like I don't know. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, you told me.
People don't come here for my takes about anti-Semitism.
No, I think the witches will probably be in the next book.
I don't know why they come here at all, honestly.
But thank you for being here with us.
I do.
Why?
For him. Can you talk about the witches?
No, okay. Well, I think the witches will be here in the next book. You know, I like it when a book is a waiting game. And like we've heard about the witches and we're waiting for them. And I think they'll show up in the next one to help like win the war or something.
Okay.
Yeah, all that makes sense to me. But I'm just we've gotten these like just one-off references to like this whole thing of beings that we just like know very little about.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Kim. Check your text real quick. 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I know what you were talking about.
Yeah, okay. So, and you were fine with that?
No, like it did. Okay.
They show up well before the end.
Chapter
That's not
41.
Okay. Anyways, thank you,
It's
Amanda.
called Processing. Saeris and Fisher retreat into a shared dream space in Ballard to emotionally disintegrate in private, confronting rage at Ishabile, fear of the cure, and the terrifying possibility that Saeris might not survive reversing her vampirism. Fisher makes it brutally clear he would follow her into death or nothingness without hesitation. Back in the waking world, the fallout begins. Tal lives but is fragile, Ishabile is contained, and Carrion reveals some latent magic as plants are blooming uncontrollably around him and as he speaks. Guys, Carrion has plant magic.
He does.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I was like, this is amazing.
Anyone who's ever watched us live or is watching us live, like watching our faces and not just listening to us, knows how I feel about plants. I sit in a jungle. Also, you might, if you're watching, you might peep this new little guy right here. Mm-hmm. This is like a little hydroponic edible plant situation. It's much cuter than it's looking on camera right now. I'll send you guys a picture. That was a gift from my sister and her fam to us. So we have some lettuce, some like spring onions, and some basil. And we keep joking that lettuce is our dog's favorite food, and now it's her favorite food at her height, and so she can just get a little snack.
Oh,
that's cute.
We love that for Socket.
But we think she knows better, and she won't do that.
But also what we know about you, Amanda, which makes this even better, is that you love a plant daddy.
I do love a plant daddy. I love when a book is my life.
You love when a book is a plant.
I love when a trope is my fiance. Give me Grumpy Sunshine. Give me Lumberjack. Give me Plant Daddy. But
in this chapter, Lorith is finally back.
That's my next note. All right, the chapter ends with the ground shaking as 10,000 warriors from Erin, led by Lorith, march on Kalish because peace was never an option. Our boy Lorith is back.
Hell yeah.
I like when a book is my friend's coming back.
Yeah, I wrote there's way too little Lorith in this book. I missed Lorith. I'm so happy he's back.
I literally complained to ChatGPT about that when I was like, I don't know what star rating to give this book, and told her to ask me questions to help me figure it out. And that was one of the things I complained about. Chapter 42, or do we have more on 41?
Well, I just want to say, like, in regards to that, I felt the same way, but the pro to that is that I think that means she's writing really great characters and that we miss them and we want more of them. So
Yeah, I just think she's writing too many of them.
Yeah.
Like, she's introducing new characters and new species. And like, I just don't think she can do enough with them.
That's true.
Yeah, like, I wonder, is this really 3 books or is this going to be ongoing?
Well, I heard that it's going to be 3 books, but there's going to be like 2 other books that are world adjacent.
Yeah, she's going to Akatar it.
Yeah.
Where like she's created this world and she can just keep writing it in indefinitely. It's a brilliant business move.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So it's chapter 42.
I've been trying to move on to chapter 42. Black Dawn. The rot spreads rapidly, killing warriors and resisting all magic, forcing Saeris to consult Adina's oracle book, which warns that she, Foley, and their new lord must not take the cure yet. Tensions explode when Brimstone is proposed as a solution, with Danya willing to sacrifice fire sprites and Fisher absolutely refusing to lead through slaughter. Danya, shut the fuck up.
Fuck you, Danya.
Dude, all my homies hate Danya.
Yep.
I do think I've been reading a lot on the fantasy romance subreddit about this book. And one of the takes that I've appreciated is people being like, why is every woman in this book either asleep or terrible?
Yeah, actually, that's a really, really excellent point.
And my answer to that is Taylena is neither asleep nor terrible. But everyone else sucks.
Yeah.
Except Saeris and Taylena.
Danya fucking Barlow.
Danya fucking Barlow. Anyway, she doesn't get what she wants and they don't slaughter people. So where am I? Okay. Saeris reassures Hayden of his place and agency before being summoned by the Hazrax, who reveals it gifted her a rune of undoing, the power to break magic itself, and that it saved Tal. The Hazrax gives her a second gift, a Lord of Midnight's ring, instructing her to give it to the apostate with the golden smile, which is definitely not ominous at all. This is a quick turnaround for Hayden. And was mad like 3 chapters ago, and she's like, this is what's up. And he's like, all right.
Yeah.
I also wrote 12 hours, but I don't remember why. Oh, they said like the rot was going to consume them in 12 hours. And I was like, that's a really tight timeline, but also we're 10 chapters from the end of the book. So I guess that's fine.
Yeah. They were basically like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I wrote, and I think she's been trying to do this the whole entire book. And I know I still wasn't sure what it does. What does sealing the marks do? Like she has to seal her mark. Like, what does it actually do when she seals them?
I think it like enables her to control and use that power rather than be consumed by it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the phrasing of that either, because sealing feels like, you know, she's like putting lacquer on it or something. And like,
yeah, or like it feels like an ending to me, but it's actually like a beginning.
I feel like it's like a binding in some ways. Like she is bound with the Quicksilver in a way that she can like be one with it. And that's what she needs to do with the Brimstone one. And
then I also wrote, because I don't think we find this out at all in this book, but like, I think I could be wrong. Like, what the fuck is the Hazrax?
We don't know.
Right. Like, so that's what I'd like to know. Like, well, I guess we'll come to it later, but like, is he like a god? You know, like, what the fuck is he?
He's certainly really old.
Yeah.
Right.
He's also not a
realm either. So.
Yeah, he's not a he. He's an it. But we're calling him a he because he's low-key evil. So, I don't know.
That is misogynist.
Nope.
Fuck.
What's the word? What's the word for when you're being sexist against men, which isn't a thing? But what's the word?
You know what the word is?
Quickly.
Wrong.
Okay.
43.
Tall, straight with a golden smile. That means
That's Foley.
that's Foley, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay, I had questions about this rune. I wasn't into it, but now I feel okay about it.
Yeah, no, it was. I was like, I don't understand, and then later I'm like, I understand everything.
Yeah. So she got there. 43.
Yep.
Dark spots. As Kalish evacuates through shadow gates, Fisher interrogates Ishabile and learns she acted without Nevercross's approval. This is my episodely reminder that Nevercross is an S tier name for a place. When Lorith nearly torches her, Saeris steps in and draws a hard line. She says, "We don't torture people." And Fisher says, "Rick, it's your favorite line. You should say it."
I don't know which one.
"Oh, we don't torture people." And Fisher says, "Carrion tortures me daily."
Oh yeah.
I keep losing my place. All right, with Ren still missing and the rot closing in, the final evacuation begins. Books are saved over riches. Everlane is rushed to safety, and the fire sprites stay behind, trusting their brimstone to protect them. Saeris and Fisher decide to return to Amentraeth to save the reverted Fae, but as Fisher enters the gate last, a voice from between worlds greets him. "Hello, dog." Reader translation: everything is about to go extremely wrong.
Yep. My notes. Go ahead, Kim. You say something?
I was just saying it's all like literally going sideways.
It's all happening.
My notes for this chapter are: Where's Ren? I miss our friends. My last note for the previous chapter was fuck Danya. My note for this chapter is fuck Ishabelle too.
Because all the women in this book are bad. Except Saeris and Talena. And the moms who are dead.
In this chapter, I got actually very confused, and I do blame Callie for a little bit, because I guess I forgot that it was Fisher's point of view. Like, she had been POV switching too many times.
That happened to me too in this chapter.
Yeah.
And then my note was like, wait, who's Lorith's mate? He said she, and I was like, oh, it's Fisher's point of view. Got it. I was very confused.
That happened to me in this chapter too. It happened to me around the Carrion tortures me daily part. I was like, oh, right.
Right. It was that exact scene.
And this actually happened to me during the chapters about the ball too. I think it's hard when she does the POV switching, but they're in the same scene together, and then she's like still mid-scene switching to the other POV, and so it's just hard to like when you're reading fast and you're reading all the chapters together to like keep track of like who am I on now.
My other notes were, oh, I forgot about Everlane. and I liked her, and I forgot about her. And then I put Belikon, finally.
Finally. I do have a question. You know, Rick, you're historically very anti-POV switching. Mm-hmm. But you were not really yet a book when you felt that strongly about that. I'm just wondering, like, an update on how you're feeling about POV switching.
So I still hate it when, like, I still don't like it in ACOTAR, or actually I guess in Fourth Wing too, where it's like 99% of the book is from this one character, and then it's like the last chapter, actually, here's Resand. I'm like, no, don't do that to me. When you like establish it from the beginning, I'm totally fine with it. Like, I read this great Jewish instruction manual where they POV switch literally every chapter, and I read this Domcom where they POV switch every chapter. I'm fine with it as long as you establish the rules right in the beginning. No harm, no foul. But like, don't do it like on the last chapter. That's mean.
Okay,
and
but
anti-Semitic.
Just to check in about things that you don't like, though, you don't like multiple timeline hopping.
Why?
Yeah, you're always like, I don't know what time it is, I'm lost.
Oh, well, and that was only in the Night Circus, and that book sucked. I don't mind multiple timelines. Look, as long as no one can see this. If you're listening to this, I'm sorry you can't see this. If the timeline is like, if it's like Back to the Future, where it's like on this end of the timeline, we're in the present. And on this end of the timeline, we're in 1950. And anytime we go back to 1950, we're going forward. Mm-hmm. Right? That's fine. But if it's like, in this chapter is 1950, in this chapter is 1980, next chapter is 1940. Like, when you do that, that's not fun. Tell him that the Killing Joke is overrated.
You should not read Our Infinite Fates, which is what I'm reading right now.
Did you tell
Because
me
that's the whole book.
You didn't tell me.
No, Tristan's still video gaming, but there's a dog who lives on our floor. His name is TJ. We love him. TJ, like, when he sees people, he gets really excited and he whines really loud. He's like a big chaos muppet. He's like a big floopy doodle. And so when he's whining in the hallway, Socket's trying to communicate back to him. So I muted myself because I heard TJ and I knew she was going to have some things to say to him.
She's the max. She's the max, that TJ.
He. We like TJ.
Max.
Chapter 44, Inishtar. Saeris emerges into immediate carnage as Inishtar is overrun by newly turned feeders, confirming Madra has found a way to breach realms without Quicksilver pools. Saeris fights desperately to protect Hayden while searching for Fisher, who never came through the gate and cannot be reached through their bond. Foley saves Saeris, Hayden collapses but lives, and the horrifying truth clicks into place. Silverin itself is a massive living sigil powering Madra's invasion. Nowhere is safe. Sage says, I am stressed. Saeris is stressed. Everyone is stressed. My only note for this chapter is, oh good, satyrs are here.
Right. Here's another thing.
Satyr?
Yeah.
The beings.
Oh, I thought you meant like the Jewish tradition. What?
Guys who are listening to this and not watching this, Amanda is like losing her mind.
Is satyr not a Jewish tradition?
Yes, but it's spelled differently.
You didn't spell the word, you said the word.
I don't know how to express that in noise.
The important question here, though, which we need to remember, is where's Onyx?
Where
is Onyx?
Is Onyx? He's not here. Fisher was holding him.
Where's Onyx?
Is this
the only
where...
thing I care about for the rest of the book?
Is this where the sword happens? No. This is the next chapter. Okay.
Here are my notes for this chapter. So I had to differentiate the feeders, right? Like we have the bad ones, like the bad ones. You know what I'm talking about? Those fucking bad ones that you need the brimstone to kill?
Yeah.
So I wrote battle with the little feeders.
Just a regular old feeder.
A little feeder.
And they were newly turned, and so they're the baby feeders.
Little baby feeders.
Little babies.
This is where we get the note. So she tried to read the book, and this is where, I don't know if you read this, but it says, read after the trade.
Yeah, I did have a moment where I thought about this in the last section, but I didn't say it out loud because I was like, this is just another one of those plot threads that's going to get dropped. But I was like, when the birds became the book, I was like, but we lost that one bird.
Oh, you thought that?
I did.
I forgot about that.
But I didn't say it because I was like, this is going to be a nothing.
Oh.
And so I didn't say it, but I was wrong. A bird is important. I love when a bird is important. But in this chapter, I think it was this chapter or the one before, when they're like, read after the mountain, and then it's like, read after the trade. I was like, is the page missing?
That's really smart. I completely didn't.
Yeah.
So I was kind of picking up on it. But it was one of those things where I was like, I was so sure that something was going to be wrong with like the fact that they cured his like Quicksilver madness, and that like literally has not been a thing at all, that I was like, this is just going to be one of those things where it's like, it's convenient and we're never going to talk about it again.
Okay.
But I was wrong because I was right.
Yeah. What? All right.
I was wrong that it was not significant because I was right that a bird is a page and a book is every page and a bird is a book.
And a bird is important. And we love it when birds are books and important and pages.
I'm to the fan listening, I'm confused. So I'm sorry.
Shouts out to Melody, who we told to read this book yesterday, if she ever gets here, because we had our holiday party and Mel like walked up to us and was like, I'm a little starstruck right now because I listen to you guys all the time. And you said my name that one time. So Melody, I don't think we're going to read Poppy book 3.
Melody, why do you hate me?
I do think you should read Quicksilver, and hopefully you have by the time you got here.
I thought we were friends.
I really feel like we're going to end up reading book 3.
I do too.
I
really do.
Don't know who you two are anymore.
I think we do it as a one-off episode, like next summer or something.
I might off myself if we do like that.
Okay.
Rick hates when a book is a poppy.
Now I do. God.
But also, Mel, thanks for being. I don't really want to like unseat Cindy from the top spot.
We got two biggest fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but they could be tied. So
Yeah.
thank you for being our number 1/number 2 fan.
We have the 2 fan.
Number 1
Willing
fan,
fans.
work edition.
That's right.
Number 1 fan,
Friend edition.
friend edition.
And
right.
somewhere out there is a number 1 fan, stranger edition.
Who are you? Number 1 fan, stranger edition. Let us know.
Write us an email.
Where are we?
Chapter
45?
45.
Redemption. Saeris and Kaiden recover a plague bag containing Madra's hair, giving them a critical magical anchor for future wards. Forgot about that. Those words didn't feel familiar coming out of my mouth. Hal mourns Zovina. Oh, Zovina died.
Oh yeah, that was kind of shitty. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like she just died.
Callie is not good to women in this book.
Right. Well, and she also was like setting her up to be
Something evil-ish.
something.
You know? I
Right?
was like,
or like, yeah.
She dead.
She's dead.
We
She's
just, like-
dead. She's like,
It was like, oh, the lords matter in Amontreath. Now it's like, no, they don't matter and they're all dead. Okay, bye.
Yes. So Tal is mourning Zavina. He's like staring out. He like went to the cliff to kill himself, and he saw the sunrise. And he was like, I haven't seen a sunrise in a fulfillion years, and I can't face the fact that this might be my last one. So Saeris forges him a new god sword, whose name is Tarsarin, which means redemption, and binds him fully to their cause. I liked this.
me too, a lot.
This was a good arc for Tal, and I think we can officially say Tal good.
Yeah, my note is, I'm sorry I doubted you, ever.
I'm not. He needed a journey.
No, but like I am sorry. Look, honestly,
He doubted him though.
at no point in this book did he ever like even like remotely do a bad thing. Like
I don't know. He did just like answer the door with his dick out.
sometimes that's not bad.
And covered in blood.
Carrion was very happy about that.
Kaiden was into it.
But like at no point did he ever do anything. We were always like, oh, he's being too good. He's wrong. You know, like he never did.
Kill all the vampires.
But he offered them
Saeris
an
wanted to
antidote
do
so
it
that
anyway.
they could become Fae.
They wanted to do it. They've been fighting. They've been killing them. Like they've been warring with them. It's like
I know. No, I know. I agree. I just like wasn't sure Tal good. Now I know Tal good.
yeah. Oh wait, there's a great line in this chapter. So keep going.
All right. Lorith hints at Fisher's catastrophic contingency plan, which Saeris swears never to enact without him, but we don't know what that is yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Then the satyrs
Yeah.
kneel and sing, revealing Carrion as the Dianthus heir, just as Saeris finally pieces together how to find Fisher and runs off alone to do it, because of course she does. But they're like, Carrion, you need to greet your people. You're the heir, but don't say anything assuming that you're the heir, because then it'll be legally binding and they'll kill you. So what does he say?
I really like your horns.
He says, my name is Carrion. Nice to meet you all. I really like your horns.
He's the best.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Since we are back on talking about Carrion for a second, I realized that I've been playing with this the entire time, which is my one plant that is sitting. This is a plant, by the way, again, for those listening and not visually seeing us, that is sitting on my little kitchen table here. But it is actually entirely dead. So I need a plant daddy in my life to come in and resurrect my poor plants. So
Rip. I have Lego plants back here. I don't know if that's helpful.
that's really what I need. My problem is that every single one of my windows,
Rick has iPad plants.
iPad plants, every single one of my windows is above a radiator.
Yeah. Tristan
like-
went around and moved all of our plants to their winter locations yesterday.
Yeah, and so I inadvertently burned like 2 plants.
Yeah, so there's like the windowsill is empty now, and it's like there's more lights back there and more plants under the grow lights.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So Saeris leaves. I don't take notes again, like basically for the rest of the book.
All right.
Yeah, because you're just popcorn reading at this point.
Chapter 46. Break. Saeris.
My first note for this chapter, because I just want to complain about it. I was like, oh, fucking Callie had been POV switching the entire book. Now some bad shit happens to Kingfisher, and she decides to stop the switching. I'm like,
because he's not like conscious.
He could have been. She could have wrote him as conscious, you know?
But we're supposed to think he might be dead.
Oh, please.
They're too important to die.
Right.
Yeah.
Anywho, now you can continue.
All right. Saeris has Danya knock her unconscious, which is maybe Danya's favorite thing that's ever happened, to force entry into the dream space where she finds a decaying Kalish and Fisher's body wasting away, trapped elsewhere. Using the Hazrax's rune, she breaks into Fisher's sealed room, and he learns he is imprisoned in another realm. She finds the missing page of Adina's journal hidden in the paper bird and trades a year of the Hazrax's surveillance for transport to the Wicker Wood, betting everything on saving her mate. And Sage said, "This is the part where I cry and also keep talking." She did say that when we were getting summaries, and I told her to add it back in.
Yeah, I think actually, I don't think she did a really great job of summarizing this chapter.
I don't either.
Oh, no, this is bad. I was like, that's it. Is that it? Okay.
Right, yeah, because, I mean, like, the scene with the Hazarax is, like, actually great.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he, like, shows up in the room, and, yeah, she's like, I won't make a deal with you. I won't make a trade. We're all, like, yeah, whatever it is that she originally says that she's going to do. And he's like, no, you don't want to do that. You want to do something else.
Hold on. We got to run that back.
Yeah.
Did we even talk about like what room it is?
It's Kingfisher's room.
Okay, because so like first of all, that scene with Danya was really funny because like she went to like I was like, oh, Danya must be important. She actually isn't important. Like she was like, Danya, I need your help. What I need you to do is punch me because and like she didn't even finish her sentence. She just punched her, which was really funny. Like and she knocked her out and put her into a dream. So the room is in the dream. Right? It's like a dream.
I love when a room is a dream.
I love when a room was a dream because she was like, oh, remember when we like banged in that dream house? We're going to go do that again. But this time I'm going to find you, not bang you. So she's in the dream because she was like, oh, this is like a real thing. And then the Hazrax shows up. I'm like, now homie, you can just invade dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is this dude? So,
kind of a god.
Maybe. Oh, and then I wrote this.
It's giving it's giving like in ACOTAR with like the bone carver and the weaver and that like thing in the pit, how they were like the old. Yeah. Like it's giving that for me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he's older than the gods because he is the gods or whatever. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read ACOTAR.
And of a different world and all the different things.
And then I wrote this woman, Callie, she takes way too long to open like a thing. Like Saeris took so many pages to open the door in this chapter. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, Fisher was trying to close the door in the bonus chapters for like 20 pages. Fisher was trying to break that wall down with Josh for like 55 pages. Girl like took like so long to open this damn door.
Yeah. Callie, like this book could have been 100, 150 pages shorter.
Yeah.
Easy. Just with like doors opening faster.
Let's see. My notes were Fisher's sitting in a chair. Oh no. I said, Saeris needs to stop making bargains. Stupid fucking girl. That's a bad favor. I said, I like that we have a future telling book. I don't know. I like it when the book is the future.
I also like when the book is the future, but I was really proud of myself that the book came back, or that the bird page came back. Yeah. So, the Hazrax is like, don't, like, she gets one favor for a year of his surveillance, and she's like, leave me the fuck alone. And he's like, that's not what you want to use your favor for. And then she realizes she needs to go to the Wicker Wood.
Yeah, I forgot how she knew where he was, but she knew exactly where he was.
I think it's in the book.
Because she found the page.
Right. Found the page.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you not bark, please? Chapter 47, Unless. Saeris fights her way through the Wicker Wood, slaughtering Belikon's guards and confronting the truth. Fisher is trapped inside guys, I don't know how to fucking say this.
Tree.
A cursed dryad wooblet.
Rugalash.
No, that's not how you say that word either. He's trapped inside a tree,
yes.
And he's doomed to eternal torment unless Saeris submits and becomes oath-bound to Belikon. She refuses, wields both god swords, proves she can touch iron, and wounds Belikon badly enough to stall him. And the other thing that was in the book, she calls Fisher by his true name, shattering his oath and commanding him to rise and fight. And his true name, are we saying Kaiden or Kaiden?
Kim, say the whole name. This one's just for you.
This one's on you.
It is Kaiden Greystar Finvara.
I'm saying it Kaiden because when
Kaiden. She calls him Kai.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe it could be Kaiden.
Well, I know, and we know someone whose husband is a key.
Hold on.
And we like when a husband is a key.
That's really funny.
But sometimes a maid is a Kai.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's stay on this for a second because I think this is important. If his name is Rhysand, would his name be Kaiden?
So in the audiobook, it's Rhysand.
Okay.
So this would be
You
Kaiden.
actually brought up a good point. I wonder if I can find the audiobook of this somewhere. Anyhow, we'll call him Kai for now.
The same guy.
Right.
The same guy voices Rhys and Fisher. All right.
Is Old Faye the same Old Faye across all these different writers?
Who's to say? All right, so we're saying Kaiden?
Let's call him Kaiden for now.
Kaiden, Greystar, Finvara. What do we think about this name?
Yeah, I think I told this to Kim when we were walking to the train the other day, and you turned to go to the 4-5. It's fine. I didn't like it at first, but here's the problem. Like, here's the problem, and which is why it's fine. We've been we didn't like Kingfisher. We do like the name Fisher. We also I like the name Fisher. It was fine at most, right? At best. No matter what she called him, no one would have liked it. Like, his name had been Kingfisher for literally 2 books. This is the end of this book, right? So, like, it doesn't matter what his name would have been. No fan would have liked it.
1,500 pages.
Right. So, like, it's fine. Like, it's just something to get used to.
I do think it's interesting that she commits to it.
Hard.
And so she was like, this is his real name, and now, like, this is all Saeris is going to call him. Like, this is what we're doing from here on out. Like, even the POVs at the top of the chapter no longer say Kingfisher. So Callie is like, nope, we're doing the name switch, and here we go.
And even Saeris said it in the way that Saeris said it, because I said this, I think, with Karen, when Karen was like, oh, yeah, just call me Karen. It's fine. Don't call me Swift. Call me Swift, right? I don't want you guys to get confused. Saeris did the same thing, and I think it's a little fourth wall breaking that Callie was like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I feel fine about it. I don't hate it as a name. I think you're right. Like, if Rhysand is a name, Kaiden is a name. Like, I don't. It's better than Hawkthrone. But the other thing that I was thinking, like, from Blood and Ash, that is where we get a name switch, and it's so annoying for like a whole book. How she like doesn't know what to call him, and it's like, you're Castile and I'm Poppy and this is real, or like, you're Hawk and it comes from Hawk. It's so annoying that I actually am like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just like, that's his name and it's fine. I don't think it's a bad name. I think that the subreddit thinks it's a bad name.
Yeah, but subreddit needs to get over themselves. Sorry,
I
subreddit.
also like Kaiden Greystar Finvara has similar letters to Kingfisher. Like, you see like the KGF, and so I think that's kind of interesting. And I think I would have been annoyed if it was like a full blown acronym, but I'm fine with it. If it was Kaiden Greystar Fishvara, I'd be annoyed.
The only part of it I don't really like is the middle name, Greystar.
Greystar.
Because it feels like a true like Fae name, but then Grey Star just doesn't feel Fae to me.
At first,
it feels a little like Lucifer Morning Star to me.
Mm-hmm. There's that too. Sure.
I was like, okay, Kaiden, fine. But then she was like, Kai. I was like, oh, I can get behind that. Kai's
Yeah.
fine. That's good. Let's see. I have a question. I don't think it's a thing, but just a thing I noted. I was like, is there a reason Belikon keeps calling him a dog? Like, I understand it's like, lowering him, but I'm like, is there another meaning to it?
I think it's like he's calling him his master.
Okay.
And he's like leashed to him. That's how I interpreted it, but maybe it's deeper. I don't know.
Go ahead, Kim.
I mean, I was just thinking about Belikon, and he's sitting here on the ground with like 2 god swords speared through him, and then in the next chapter, like gets his head chopped off. But they're like, oh yeah, not dead.
Yeah.
And so I'm very much sort of like, so what the fuck is going to kill this dude then?
Yeah.
I agree. And I felt that way when Malcolm died at the end of the first book, where I was like, wait, that does kill Malcolm?
Right.
So now I'm sort of like, I'm a little confused about the rules with how we can kill people and how we can't.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I wrote, she caught him monologuing, which was great. That is an Incredibles reference, Kim. Let's see. I wrote, she's holding another god sword. She's worthy. She's fucking Thor.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I know. So this is the
right.
Go ahead.
Sorry. In our notes, we said wields both god swords. So she has 2 god swords, but she fuses them back together into Solus and then takes
Kaiden's.
Nimmerel.
Yeah. And which is not supposed to.
Which you're not supposed to be able to touch somebody else's god sword. Yeah. And his has iron in it.
Yes. Right. Yes. His is made of iron. So this is okay. So this is the safe. I mean, this is the reason. We'll get a logistical reason later. But like you were like, oh, what's it going to take to kill Belikon? The reason why she can't kill Belikon is because Carrion has to kill Belikon so he can become the king. Like he'll have a reason, but that's why, that's the reason why she can't kill him right now, because Carrion has to kill him.
I think you're right.
And I was like, I really never thought. So I had said this. I was wrong about this. I was like, oh man, his real name's going to be used for something evil. I was completely wrong. I never thought it would have been used for like something good. Because did you say why, or did you not get there yet?
Yeah, it shatters his oaths and commands him to rise and fight.
Right. Basically, like free himself from the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chapter 48, Folly. Fisher, Kai, awakes fully, his power exploding outward as he destroys the tree thing. That's a word I can't pronounce. Belikon uses Fisher's true name to command him to kill Saeris, and he's like, I'm so sorry. But JK reverses the strike and impales Belikon again, revealing Saeris preemptively undid the magic binding Fisher's name. Arias ambushes Saeris, but Onyx saves her, throwing himself in front of a null blade and dying from the wound. Saeris and Fisher kill Arias completely, and before fleeing, Fisher decapitates Belikon, knowing it won't kill him, but buying time. They escape with Onyx's body shattered and grieving. I'm not okay. No one is okay. We were all not okay. Kim stopped there because she was mad.
I was reading it on my phone, so I didn't throw it, but I was very much like, fuck you, Callie. I'm out of here. It took me a full 24 hours to go back to it and read the next chapter.
Yeah, this was the worst.
It was the worst.
I like ugly cried hard.
Yeah, I was unwell.
I wrote beheaded Belikon is still not dead, but I am.
Yeah, right.
Because that's how I felt. Like nothing in this chapter is important except the fact that Onyx died.
Yeah.
And we're glazing over it right now because of the next chapter, but like
right, if we had stopped reading here, like actually had somehow chosen this as our endpoint, like we would be all like raging and crying all over.
0 stars, DNF.
Right.
Put it on doesthedogdie.com.
Right.
Horrible.
Horrible.
All right. Then we move on to chapter 49 when we need them most. So they go through like a bunch of shadow gates back and forth to get to Agent Sky, which is where they're going to bury Onyx's body. Saeris breaks down, holding Onyx's body as the Hazrax. Oh, she like, this is about it. I'm just going to tell you about this chapter. So she's like, Fisher says some really beautiful things about animals and how we don't deserve them that I highlighted and just assumed would be in the notes, and they're not. So I'm going to find them. Please hold.
Also, nice color for your nails.
Thank you. This hand is painted and the other hand is not. Where is it? Not downloaded. Nowhere. How do I see my annotations? We believe that animals are too pure for this life. They are all ascended beings who live in the after. Everything is perfect there. No pain or misfortune or heartbreak. But sometimes they peer beyond the veil between this life and the next, and they see us here in the depths of our suffering, and they choose someone. One soul they want to help over any other. They come to us as dear friends when we need them most.
Onyx is the dearest of friends.
Unwell. I was unwell. Okay, so then Saeris starts screaming. She's like, I know you're here, you fucking Hazrax god monster. And then she's screaming at him to be like, is Onyx's spirit still here, even though he's dead? And the Hazrax admits that he is. Saeris refuses to let him go and attempts the impossible, undoing death itself, which has never been done before. And she uses up all of the Hazrax's rune magic and nearly kills herself. And her magic runs dry and Onyx's body still fails. Then she reaches beyond magic into raw Alchemerian power and pours it into him, triggering a world-shaking surge as dawn breaks and Onyx lives.
It was not impossible. It was Kim-possible. It happened.
It happened. And Sage says, this is where I scream, sob, and then scream again, which is how I felt as well.
Me too.
This was wild. And also I felt like the Hazrax's like undoing, breaking rune, like I said this a few chapters ago, I was like, this is too much magic. I think this was a good way to wrap it up. She can't ever use it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's, go ahead, Kim.
I just kind of like that the Hadge actually is like kind of watching, you know?
Yeah.
He's just sort of out there like, hey, I want to see what's going to happen. So, I like it.
No, you're right. Like she was getting too powerful, and like I'm gonna go off a little to the side here. One of my favorite shows. No, one show that I really like the first season of is Heroes. And Heroes, it's a terrible show. Anywho, I like spite watch the whole thing. Anywho, one of the problems with Heroes was the main characters got too strong. Like that was the problem with it. So Saeris was getting too strong. So like you said, I like that they took her power away. And I prayed to literally every god. I wrote like, dear God,
all 7 gods?
God, gods, Jesus, Miriam, Elijah, Buddha. Someone bring Onyx back.
I like that you prayed to gods and then some prophets because they were names you knew.
I needed any of the help I could get. So. But Onyx is back.
Lives.
Onyx lives.
Onyx is back.
He lived to scamper another day.
He's the bravest little man, and we love him.
Which means that both Onyx and Archer should be safe for the rest of the series.
Yes.
Because you can't, like, fake kill someone and then kill them again.
It's against the law.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 50, Night. Saeris wakes to realize Onyx is truly alive, healed and joyous, though the cost is permanent. The Hazrax's rune is gone, her runes are raw, and her body is wrecked. Belikon's guards close in again, but Agent Sky's gates open, revealing Renfis.
Fucking
now,
Renfis.
A knight of Erithian, bound to guard Agent's other gate. Inside the city, the truth emerges. Agent exists to contain a corrupted portal that never closed, the same gate Belikon forced Fisher through as a child, dooming him to the Quicksilver. With the rot spreading and time gone, Saeris accepts the inevitable. Brimstone has only one source. Together, they open the gate and step into Diaxis, which Kaiden calls, without exaggeration, hell.
Yeah, so I wrote, Renfis, you fuck, you've been here. I said, a new gate to somewhere.
I found the lore in this chapter a little confusing.
Like which part? Where like they explain like Belikon sending him over or something?
No, that part was fine. The Renfis, like, he's always been a knight of Erythian, so he got summoned because the knights died because the new feeders came through.
Yeah.
It's because when Morel died, he buried her on the mountain, and that tied his blood to the sacred mountain, so that he was then bound to it and bound to return to the call.
We need a bonus chapter.
Yeah, and then Aegon's gate will always open for Fisher or for Kaiden, which I thought was cool. I was also a little confused about the Quicksilver portal. I was confused for a moment because I thought it was a Brimstone portal.
I did too.
But it's not. It's a Quicksilver portal that never closed.
Yeah.
And was corrupted in some way. So it's like black Quicksilver. So I understand all the lore now, but I think I read this chapter twice.
Yeah.
Can someone just read us chapter 51 verbatim?
Oh, I don't even have a note. I can, though. Chapter 51. I fucking hate dragons.
That's chapter 51. It's called The Obvious, and it is the first chapter we get that is from Kaiden, Greystar, Finvara's perspective.
I also have no notes for that chapter.
Yeah, I told Sage not to write me notes. I was like, please don't try to do this. Although it would be funny if she did. All right. Chapter.
Also, I knew the fucking dragons were coming back.
You did.
Knew the dragons.
Rick says she doesn't get a point, but I think she does.
I don't think so because the dragons never came back to fucking either world. They were somewhere else.
But we have multiple worlds already at play here. That doesn't matter. They're back in the book. They're back in the narrative. They're back face to face with our main characters.
They're back in the USSR. That's a Beatles song. Chapter 52, Promises and Hope. Diaxis is suffocating heat, sulfur, rot, and darkness. So hostile, Saeris can barely survive, with only 2 hours before her body gives out. They face Arisian, an ancient dragon who can hear spoken words and thoughts. And they describe the dragon. They don't know whether it's gold or black. So I wrote, and Darna, why?
I was about to say that.
They are spared only so Kaiden can be delivered for judgment to Arisian's master, Styx. And I wrote,
dragons.
Yeah, I wrote Styx, fitting, because Styx, the river Styx in Hades, Greek mythology, is the river of the dead in the underworld. Rick, do you want to say your thing now, or do you want to wait until I finish describing the chapter?
We'll wait.
Okay. Captured and chained before a massive crowd, Saeris is threatened and humiliated until Kaiden unleashes shadow magic powerful enough to overthrow the undergods themselves, revealing he deliberately hid knowledge from Arisian and used Saeris as misdirection. After freeing Saeris, Kaiden kisses her, tells her he loves her, and steps forward alone, declaring his intent to summon Styx and make a trade. The book ends, I lie down, I stare at the ceiling, I whisper what the fuck into the void.
Yeah, same girl, same.
Here are some quotes from this chapter. Quote, we weren't allowed to die, which I think sums up how I feel about most main characters in fantasy novels. Quote, shit's getting weird out here, which I think sums up how I feel about most action in fantasy novels. And finally, quote, 3 wet pieces of meat. I don't remember what it was about, but Rick's daughter calls lunch meat wet meat.
It's true. It is, though.
And so I was like, did she write this part of this chapter? All right, Rick, talk to us about Styx.
Should I get there now? All right, fine. Let's get there now.
Oh, do you want to do something else first?
Yeah, no, I'll do that. So, yeah, as I do with most things where I obsess about a thing, I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second. I just got to see something. So I searched the name Styx in the PDF of the first book and found it. And it is in chapter 7, paragraph 7. And I actually remember this scene even, I don't know, I had always remember this scene as I liked it. It's the scene where Everline is walking Saeris through the statues of the gods. And here's the chapter. She says, Everline scoffed. Superstition and sacrilege. Your queen, Madra, is human, and even though the sand and the wind swept away the names of the gods, I assure you, Madra knows them. That she's chosen to let them vanish from her people's history speaks volumes of her corruption. Everlane pointed at the male I was still staring at. Styx, god of shadows. Our boy's a shadow daddy.
I almost had this ruined for me because I saw at the start of a TikTok reel that said this. That was like, go to chapter 7,
really?
7, yeah, in book 1, and it was like about to jump to the spoiler, and I was like, no, I do not want to see this. So yeah,
you might call him a literal shadow daddy.
Yeah,
as he is a shadow father. So I think Sage does an okay job summarizing this chapter because this chapter is like really long and there's a lot, but I'm just going to read like the actual ending. So there's like 2 demigod things that are fighting him and he does the shadow thing. Who are you? Only half gods may wield shadows. Kaiden drew in a deep breath, ignoring the male's question. I've come for a dragon, as is my right. Summon our father. Tell him I've come to make a trade.
Crazy.
So he's some kind of half god, half anti-god, demigod situation thing.
Also, I'm thinking about the gods in general here. And there are 7 gods. First, I feel like by the end of this, we're probably going to meet all 7 gods because we've now met, or we're about to meet 4 of them.
Saeris has.
But here's what I was about to say, because he literally says, I'm going to introduce you to all 7 gods. He technically has already been part of introducing her to the first 3 and is about to introduce her to Daddy God.
Oh.
And so he literally is going to introduce her to all 7 gods, is my theory.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's like Callie's playing 3D chess, 4D chess, 5D chess, 7D chess. Just the 1D though.
Yeah, and Saeris is getting it.
Yeah, but like temporarily also Tal's D, but not for us.
And all the D for Carrion.
Right.
Let's see. So my notes are... So this is where we lean into his new name. And I'm like, okay, adjustment time. His name is Kaiden. Kai. I can get used to that. It'll be okay. I literally wrote that.
It'll be okay, he says.
Okay, this was another important part of the chapter. I don't think that it was written down, but they said Nimmerel is a forgotten sword of their ancestors. That's what they had said. Those 2 things had said. Like, what sword is this? I know this sword. So that was really, so that means that he's had that sword forever. And it's from that wherever they are. And we met old Shakrai's mom, Mommy Shakrai. That's who's whatever Osiris was. And they were fine with it. And Kim hates old Shakrai. And I said, if the name Shakrai is good for them, it's good for us.
And as I said, he's not actually old Shakrai because now we've met Mommy Shakrai. So he is middle-aged Shakrai.
Middle-aged Shakrai. Then we get Aerith. Aerith is there. That fuck that they killed from the beginning. Like
yeah. Can you talk about that?
I barely remember it, but like Aerith, the fuck that they killed from the beginning, the Lord that Kingfisher like sliced in half. He was there. I don't even remember why, but I remember he was there and he's bringing them to judgment or whatever. Did they say why he was there? I don't even know.
He was, I don't know, he was like their person.
Their emissary or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Let's see. He's a half god. Yeah, no, I don't know. I like the ending. I was like, oh my God, like this is where you stop. This is so like infuriating and crazy. And I don't know. I like that. I like sort of a hard stop like that.
Yeah, I'm looking down because I'm trying to find this like post on the subreddit and I can't find it. And I'm really annoyed about it.
I'm sorry.
Kim, do you have thoughts?
I said my great theory.
Like, do you like the ending? Or?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I was feeling a little bit of rage about the way that she ends it because I'm like, now we gotta wait like 2 years before the next book.
But she wrote this one fast.
Yeah.
And I don't think they edited it very thoroughly.
Oh,
well,
you think?
So I think we'll get the next one soon.
Well, I hope so, because I'm ready for it already. So.
With a new editor.
With an editor?
Yeah, with an editor.
Whoever edited the ebook version, as we know, is probably got fired. So
yeah.
sorry to that.
I did like the ending. The thing that I was trying to find was like people on the fantasy romance subreddit are complaining about this, and I think some of their complaints are valid, and some of them I'm like, I don't know, man. Why are you reading these books and expecting them to be like great literary classics? Like, we're just having a good time,
Right.
And like the lore is good, but like not every they don't need to be masterpieces.
No.
So one of the things was like, Saeris is a spins wheel, half fae, throws dart, half vampire, like looks in crystal ball, and Fisher's name is Kaiden, and it was like it was like a Mad Lib situation, and I do feel like that a little bit with him being like a half god in the end. I also don't know why we're saying half god when the word demigod exists. Like, we don't need to invent new phrases for those things. But I liked the ending. I thought it was really good. I think I texted Rick immediately and was like, is this book 5 stars for me? But I've come around. I don't think it is. But I'm okay with people who think that it is.
Yeah, we love a hybrid. So here we just have another hybrid. And every fantasy author feels like they have to recreate the wheel. So hence we have half gods instead of demigods.
It's fine.
And that's the thing. I don't even think she recreated the wheel that much. She like stuck with the safe points, like, oh look, she's this, and now his name is like, they were very like, she didn't reach. I think she just took the regular tropes, the regular things that are expected, and just did it well. Like, this was a vibe read, and it was really fun. Like, I've also seen like some negative stuff on Reddit, but to me, and I think just in general, that is the vocal minority, right? Like, the
Agreed.
people scream. You don't go to Reddit for the most part to say when you love a thing. You go when you hate a thing, right? And I think that says a lot about the book's popularity, where lots of people are reading it, and like this vocal minority is coming screaming about it. But overall, I really loved it. I like destroyed it. Like, aside from the fact that it was the book that I was most looking forward to, I like couldn't stop reading it. Like, that was the main reason why I like read ahead, because I was like, I really want to know what happens. Like, I love these characters. I love the lore. I love this. I'm like really invested. So.
Okay. So how many stars?
For me, it isn't 5 star. I'm going to give 4.5 stars. My not really complete, like the POV pacing could have been done a little better for me. So that was really it. Like, I think it's 4.5 stars for me, for the most part. But I loved it to death.
Yeah. It's 4 stars for me. Quicksilver was also 4 stars, but I feel like they're 4 stars for different reasons. I really liked it. I liked all the action. I just like, there are things that she picks up and puts down and doesn't pick back up again, and I struggle with that. I miss my friends. Like, where are all these characters?
Yeah,
Why is she introducing so many characters that she's not doing much with? That kind of, like, I really like what she's doing with the characters, and so I'm like, oh no, we don't need more. We need you to keep the ones that you have. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm excited for book 3. I'll read 10 books of this. Like, I'm having a good time.
I'm going to give it 4.25. Because I gave Quicksilver 4, but now that I've read this one, I liked this much better, actually, than Quicksilver. So I really was into it. I think the things that knock it down for me, Amanda, I agree with you, particularly about the characters and therefore some of the pacing, because I think there were opportunities for her to like bring some of the characters back sooner, and we didn't get that. But then also for me, there was a lot of things in this that felt like fan service to me, but they felt a little too overt also. And so it just didn't feel quite as natural. Even like the opening chapter, as we talked about, with like Onyx sprinting across the desert to like come find his way back to Saeris, is adorable. And it's like, brought us right back in, but it was just like, it was a little over the top to just play to the fans. So that knocks it down for me, but I really like it. I'm jazzed.
It needed a more thorough editing, and it wasn't getting one because they knew they needed to release it this year.
Yeah.
But that's the difference. Like, I'm having a good time. It's fine. I'm gonna spend money on her books no matter what. So it's fine. Soups?
Right.
Also,
Right.
What?
Right.
I don't want to go first.
What soup?
But
Yeah.
no.
The soup was great. What soup?
We haven't talked about soup in certainly not this episode, but I don't even think we did last episode either. So we got a whole second half of this book that doesn't have anything.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 scenes, maybe. Right?
And are they
Dream
both
scene?
dream ones?
No, one was dream.
No, there's a real one, and there's the mirror situation.
Oh, and
But
3
that's
minutes.
the last.
Rip.
The 3 minutes. That's the last soup scene, I think.
Yeah, before the ball.
So I guess it's one of those things
Yeah.
where it's like the soup is good, but there's not a lot. There's lack of soup. So like, what is that? Is that a 3? Is that a 2.5?
I gave it a 3.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah.
I think 3 is where it lands, right? Like it's
I
really
really
good. but there's not a lot.
every single soup scene I thought was really great. It's just like that's not the focus of this book, and I do think that this is a challenge. I've talked about this before. This is a challenge for like all of these enemies to lovers stories that have more than one book, because eventually the enemies become lovers,
Yeah,
Right.
and like then you've lost what's actually appealing.
the journey.
The yearning. And I feel like Fourth Wing keeps this by making the sex forbidden. If they do that, and like it's getting annoying having done that in 3 books. And they'll do it in the next one too, because he's Venom, I guess. And From Blood and Ash keeps that by making her confused about who he is. I don't know. I just they love each other, and the sex is good.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, well,
Okay.
that's not really why we come to these books. And so there's a lot of other stuff that's going on in this book that and it was already too long. So I don't know where she could have put more soup in, but I would have liked more soup.
Yeah.
But it also, when I was talking about a lot of things feeling like fan service, this feels to me why the Tal answering the door with his dick out happened, because there wasn't a lot of soup.
That's a good
And
point.
she was like, we gotta give something that feels spicy to the reader here.
That's a really good
So
point.
we're gonna walk in on this orgy that's happening, even if we're not actually seeing the orgy.
Like, it would have been great, like, if she went through with the orgy and we just get one Carrion POV chapter, and that's it. The entire book.
Callie, listen. Callie, do this for us.
Right.
The people will pay money for that.
Yeah.
You can charge full book price for one Carrion Swift chapter if that chapter is a soup scene.
Yeah.
Well, and I think back to Phantasma, where the level where they're the beds are happening and there's the sex that's happening all around the room. And she actually describes the other people going at it. And so, yeah, there is a way to have soup here that doesn't have to be just the 2 main characters.
That's a good point.
All right. So what's our ratings, Amanda?
It's a 4.25 star, 3 can of soup book from the Roundtable. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What else what do we think is going to happen next? We already talked about that, I think.
Yeah, I think Karen will be the king, right?
Karen's going to be the king. He's got to kill Belikon.
He's the one that's got to kill Belikon.
We got to figure out what the fuck's going on with Madra.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there some sort of Madra twist?
Maybe.
I mean, she can jump between all the realms, so...
Is she one of the gods?
Yeah, I mean...
Right.
We don't know who the other 3 gods are.
Right.
Unless
the Hazrax is one of them.
Right, well, and I was just thinking Malcolm, Madra, and Belikon are the triumvirate. Did they somehow become gods? I don't know. But I do think the Hazrax is a god, and that's more than 7. And we know there's only 7 gods, because he's going to introduce her to all of them.
Yeah.
I think something will happen with... It's gonna sound dumb, but something's going to happen with the book at the end. where it's going to be sort of like a reverse type of thing, a reverse heel turn, where it's like, I don't know, like, you know how like when Saeris gave him the book and the note was like, oh, she did the right thing, or it's going to be something like that where she writes like, you must do this, and in her heart she knows she can't, and the correct answer is like not doing, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be something like
I hear you, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Just because like we already did that.
I do wonder though if there is going to be the point where she like turns to the book and Adina's going to be like, I know what's going to happen, but I can't tell you. Mm-hmm. And so like you're just going to have to follow your heart from here on out.
Yeah, or what if she like loses the book? Or the book gets destroyed towards the end?
Or it becomes a bird again.
Oh.
What if a book is a bird?
What if
and we do now know that the Stargazers were a nickname for Kingfishers that live on Arjun Mountain. Ajun, whatever we call it.
I've been saying Ajun.
Do we think a character is going to die?
Yeah, somebody's always going to die.
Who's going to die?
I mean, everybody in this book has already died and come back.
That's one point.
I think Renfis is going to die.
Yeah.
I think Renfis is going to die and be...
Or Loris.
Reunited with his sister or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Everlane. I'd like to know what's going on with Everlane. I don't know what's going on with Hayden. I feel like we've dropped the siblings. I'd like to pick them back up.
All right.
Totally.
What else are we reading?
I Am a Jew. That's the name of the book. No, I read 8 Nights to Winter Hearts, which was a silly little rom-com about Hanukkah. Has one of my one of my favorite lines that I've read in a book so far. And I told this to Amanda. We have our male main character, and someone asked him, do you think you're going to stick around with her, or are you just going to be an 8-night wonder? I think that's just ridiculous. It was silly. It was dumb. It was fine. I don't know. I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, it's your first real contemporary rom-com. That's what they're like.
Okay.
Welcome.
It was dumb. It was really dumb.
Yeah.
You're not here for the plot.
Welcome. I read like 700 of these. It's so fun.
Yeah, right. Like what did I finish in like 2 days? You know.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate it. I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl Part 2 right now. I'm going to try to finish it by this weekend. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to try to finish it by this weekend.
What's the floor above a dungeon? Basement Crawler Carl?
Yeah,
Right.
mom's basement crawler Carl.
Okay, and then it'll be like foyer crawler Carl.
Right, living room crawler Carl.
Okay,
bedroom
great,
crawler Carl.
Yeah, exactly.
We needed a mezzanine in there somewhere.
Okay, mezzanine crawler Carl.
Oh wait, hold up, pause. I also finished One Dark Window Part 2.
2 Dark Windows.
Yeah, I finished 2 Dark Windows, and I'm going to say this.
What's it actually called? It's called like the Red Hat or something.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. It's really funny because you're not completely wrong. It's called 2 Twisted Crowns.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
it's
the Red Hat. I'm wondering if the next book of Brimstone Quicksilver is going to do this, but like I gave One Dark Window 4 stars, but 2 Twisted Crowns made the first one better. So like the first one is now 4.5 stars for me because of the second book.
What do we think the third Fae and Alchemy book is going to be called? Because the first one was Quicksilver. They talked about Brimstone at the end. The second one is Brimstone.
Right? I don't know.
I'm going to think while you guys are talking about your books.
I think it's going to have something to do with shadows. That's my answer.
Okay.
But then I want to read whatever murder mystery Santa Claus book that Amanda told me to read after this. All right. There it is. I'm going to think about the third title of Quicksilver while we're talking.
I be reading. I finished a quart of the Christmas special. We're going to do an episode about that, so I'm not going to talk about it. I've read 2 graphic novels. I read the first volume of Lore Olympus. I liked it. I thought the art was really pretty. I don't know how I'm going to keep reading all of them because I can't get them on my Kindle because they won't be pretty. I don't know. And I don't really want to buy all of them. I guess I could read them as webcomics. I don't know. I've also heard it doesn't stay as good as it did. So I don't know. I like Greek gods, so that was fun for me. I read
the actual books from the library.
I could, but I looked into it and they only have a handful of copies, so I'd have to triangulate all the Brooklyn Public Library locations. But I don't know. That might be like a thing I do next year. We'll see. And they're really easy to read in one sitting. So it's like, am I just going to go to the library and read it and then leave? Probably. I read Batman the Long Halloween at Rick's suggestion. I recognize that it is a very good book. That style of reading a comic book is not for me. I think my brain just doesn't work like that. So I found it kind of hard to read. It's like physically, and also it's not meant to be binged. So if you're going to read it, I recommend you read it as it was issued, like one issue at a time over the course of like 10 days. I am listening to Love You Alatka. I haven't finished it yet. I'm only like 30% of the way in, and I read The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, which I loved.
That's the one that I want to read, yeah.
4.5 stars. It's like Knives Out, but with workplace rivals to lovers, in which he literally says, "Who did this to you?" I loved it. I knocked down 0.5 star because it was fade to black, and I would have liked an open door scene with these two characters because I liked them. I hope that she writes 100 of these, the same way that I hope they make 100 Knives Out movies. I'm just having a really good time. So please let them solve more crimes. And now I am reading Our Infinite Fates, which is for my last Goodreads reward. I believe I'm at 90, what did I say this morning? 94 books. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get there.
You're doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty much all holiday rom-coms after Our Infinite Fates. So
it's pronounced holiday.
Okay.
Good. You following your schedule still?
I kind of went a little off script, but yeah, basically. But it turns out I only had to read either Lore Olympus or Batman. Ooh. But I read both because I wanted to read Lore Olympus and I needed to read Batman.
You were privileged to read Batman.
Yeah, I needed to read it because I needed to. Don't listen to this part if you're a member of our school. I'm selling it for a blind date with a book in January, and I needed to know if I could sell it to students or just teachers. And turns out I don't know, even after I read it. So
fair. I have not been reading. I'm gonna be honest with you. I finished these chapters. I also had a bad migraine, and that just slowed me down because I didn't want to be staring at anything.
You've been reading teacher comments and editing them.
Fair. I've been reading a lot of teacher comments and leaving a lot of feedback. But I am going to pick up the Christmas special again so that I am prepared for our next recording, which will be in person, which is exciting. Yeah, so I feel like I need to reread it. And then I either, thanks to both Rick and also Annie last night, I'm actually going to read Dungeon Crawler Carl, even though that is very hard to say.
So hard to say.
Or I'm going to read, which I had started last year and didn't manage to finish, but I need to go back to, and Annie reiterated last night, which was The Will of the Many, which now has the second book out, Strength of the Few, and she was saying she loves it. So I'm thinking about that. We'll see where I go. We'll find out what today holds. Rick has been thinking real hard for the last few minutes.
I'm using AI. All right. So I don't love some of these choices. The ones by Gemini seems to be thought through. The ones by ChatGPT are absolutely just made up. However, one of them might be okay. So the thought process is, this is from Gemini. According to the alchemist Paracelsus, I think it's a real alchemist. All matter is composed of three principles: mercury, which is spirit, mind, quicksilver; sulfur, which is brimstone. And then it's saying it thinks the last one might be called salt. That's boring.
Yeah. No, but it'll be something salty. That makes sense.
I almost said that earlier because they had referenced it somewhere in the book also of quicksilver, brimstone, salt. So.
Yeah, so that's what it says. Some other things it says are like salt, aether, vitriol, crucible, antimony, iron, arsenic, cinnabar, Magnus Opus Gold, but it does think it is probably salt.
Gold would be interesting because that is like alchemy is about like turning things into gold.
ChatGPT's is definitely more like romantasy title. It didn't actually think it through. So ChatGPT says Ashfall, Bloodstone, Obsidian, Emberwake, Ironbound, Nightfire, Cindervale, Black Salt, Hellglass, Stormsteel.
I do think there might be something to iron. So iron, salt, shadow, and gold all feel like reasonable threads to me. It will not be a court of iron and sulfur. Friends, we are coming to the end of 2025. Your homework is to read A Court of Frost and Starlight, which we lovingly refer to as A Court of the Christmas Special. It's book 3.5 in the Court of Thorns and Roses ACOTAR series. Read it. It's a Christmas special. We're going to talk about that and in person, and we're going to do a year in review, kind of our first year with the podcast situation. And those will be our last 2 episodes of this year. And then in January, we're going to dive into Alchemized. And we don't know how many parts we're going to do it in yet because I need to talk to you guys about it. So when we stop recording, we will make that decision.
I actually think I might start referring it to A Court of the Hanukkah Special. It's a blue cover. So there you go. Go ahead.
It's A Court of the Solstice Special.
A Court of the Holiday Special.
Sure. When we say holiday, we know what we're talking about.
Holiday. What? I think I'm sitting in a gold mine there.
It's a thing. Like if you search for it on Etsy, there's going to be like 1 million. Like you like just discovered Jewish humor. I'm so sorry. This is famously our coping mechanism. Name a person that's funny. We're all Jewish.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah. Okay.
I did tell Rick yesterday that I think he needs to watch the Alex Edelman special now that he identifies as Jewish.
Now that he's Jewish.
I've always been 13% Jewish.
Oh my God.
Have I not been?
Okay, friends.
Say goodnight, Herb.
Good night, Herb.
Bye.
Bye.